So let's start. So let's just start from here. Let's just make a little 32 millimeter box here. 32 millimeter box. Remember to press Q to make it a construction. 32, enter, 32, enter. And then let's make a bigger box to this. So this is basically each of these corners is a mounting hole here. So let's make an outside bigger one. 48 times 48 to simulate the channel. Okay. So there we are. Now we need to place it where we think would be best. So what about, let's just place it right in the middle. So let's find a median line. So it's around 68, so Q, let's do 180. These don't really matter that much, but I'm just like constraining out of habit. Everyone should constrain out of habit basically. So yeah, now this can only move along this line. That is, and now we need to make sure that this does not come in contact with the wheel that much. So let's just say we can just eyeball this. It doesn't matter. It's not like a value that matters too much. Alright, it doesn't matter too much. But let's actually leave a little bit of space for like for a spacer here, kind of. And we need to work in multiples of 8. So one thing to note is that we need to work in multiples of 8. So let's just do a QU here to kind of make these like this. Always work in multiples of 8. Control C, I did not need to do the 48. So let's do multiples of 8. What's the distance between these two? 22, that's not a multiple of 8, so let's not make this a midpoint anymore. No midpoint, I'm sorry. This is 48 millimeters from each other, so let's do 24. Sorry for the trouble. 24. Always go build a mounting pattern. Always. 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 Alright, so this is good, and let's do 8 millimeters away from here, let's do 2 standoffs. So what you can do is have a midpoint line here. Let's space them 32 millimeters apart from each other. 32 millimeters. Actually, let's do 48. So like the two ends of this will be actually 2 parts for a spacer. So we can just do C here. Usually do 4.5 for a 4 millimeter hole usually. 4.5. And then let's leave some space. 16 millimeters of space. 16 millimeters. So is there space for a spacer here? I mean, there is some, but let's just do a value that is a little bit greater. So 95. So let's do 108. This is a good idea. I think this is fine. Or 116. Is 116 a multiple of 100? I need to do better at math. No, it's not. So 114. No, 112. There we go, 112. Okay, let's do 112. 112. This seems to have some clearance, so good, let's do this. And let's just add 4 mounting holes here too. So 4.5, and then we can do a circular pattern if you're lazy, but sometimes doesn't really take that much time, to be honest. Never mind. Yes, see. So we need to choose the thing we actually want. let's just do a coincidence for this. I'm just annoyed by this thing. Select this, choose circular pattern, and then you need to drag it to the center of the thing you want it to rotate by. And then we need to change this to 4. And great, bravo. And then, like we said before, we're going to make another 32 by 32 mounting pattern for the other channel, around 48 plus 16 millimeters away. So let's do that too. So Q 32, 32, and then do D 48 plus 16, 48 plus 24. Let's do 48 plus 24. Great. And then we can do the same here too. So press C, 4.5, circular pattern, drag center, 4. Okay, good. So now we can also add another pair of spacers here, right? We can add more spacers, and we can add actually another pair of spacers here too. So we can just add a pair of spacers in the middle of this. The more spacers, the better, because your bot becomes a lot more impact resistant the more spacers there is, essentially. 48. So let's do let's do one pair of spacer, okay. So as you can see, the distance between this and this is around 20 millimeters. So actually we can do 20 millimeters. Let's just continue this pattern. Wait, 20 millimeters is not a multiple of 8. It is not, so we're not doing 28, we're doing 24. And for here, let's do 16, because as I just noticed, 48 plus 16, as I just noticed this annoying thing. 24 is not divisible by half into a multiple of 8, so we always want multiples of 8, because that is what is the pretty thing. We always want multiples of 8. Go build an ecosystem. The ecosystem. Nobody steps out of it. So, yeah, just make kind of Q 48. Great. 4.5. 4.5. And then we can just do a linear pattern at this point. Now, disfigured. So let's do this linear pattern. Not circular pattern, please. We can flip the sun here. Make this 24. And let's just check. Is there enough clearance? There is actually not that much clearance, so we can just make this 2. And we can increase this a little bit more. Or we can just reduce this, make this 16 and 3. Less aura. So let's just do 2. Sorry about that. 24, so next is 32. So yeah, looks fine. So great. And now we can just all at once just extrude cut. And boom, here are our holes that we just need, basically. And then now we can import the middle parts. So as we counted before, for example, in this one, how many holes is there? How many holes is this? 13 holes. So let's import a 13 hole one. 13 hole channel. And of course we need to import 2 of the mounting blocks. So let's import the mounting blocks first. Not new sketch. Go back to assembly. Insert. Parts users. Go build a structure mounts quad. Or what are you talking about? Why is it not in there? Let's just search by number then. So you can highlight this, Control C, highlight search by number. Oh no, not search here by number, search here by number. And import it from some random other document. Probably have to search it again. Okay, yay. This is some from other random person's robot, but it doesn't matter at that point. This is like the good part about Onshape is that you can just like copy randomly from other documents. So that 2 will be fine. So then we choose the center of this, and then we made it on to here. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Great. Do the other one. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Great. Then let's insert 2 13mm channels. So we can just import a configurable one. Let's do 13 hole. And let's let it face down. So so ideally this is going to be, I'm doing math in my head, around here, I suppose. Yeah. Let's make a copy of this. Do another mating. Press M. Fasten mate. So yeah, this works. And then we can apply sign-offs here later. To be honest, I am not the most sure. Okay, there's a replicate mode. So we can just do Control C, Control V,